Sisyphean.
Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome to the start of a new project. I am Sisyphus Reborn, and today is going to be the day that we embark on the Path of Exile treasure hunt. Now, this is a thing that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I've been holding off just because of how gargantuan of an undertaking it'll be. And there was one uh, sort of change in mindset that helped me finally make the leap. I'll talk about that in a bit. Before that, where to even begin? I guess if you're new to my channel, you might not know much about the kinds of things that I like to do. I like to mainly play games in a completionist way. I like to get all the achievements, and even do things beyond just getting all the achievements. I like to do and find all of the interesting things that a game has to offer. And the main thing I've been doing in my channel is a series called Cerealum Ultimate, an awesome game, which is right up my alley. A great game on its own merit, but also tons of things to collect. And it was playing Cerealum Ultimate that really taught me this thing about myself, that I love to collect things. I guess I kind of always knew that, right? Ever since I was a kid, I loved collecting things, whether it was like G.I. Joes or, collectible cards or other little toys. I always had that little hoarder mentality almost. Not a hoarder, like a collector mentality, like slowly amassing a collection of things. And I got to thinking, what kind of a game could I get into where I can start collecting things and it's almost guaranteed to just never end. I will always be finding things, but I will never actually complete the collection. It'll just always be going. One game that you might think that fits the bill is Diablo 2, one of my favorite games of all time. It's in my top 5. And I thought about doing a similar series for Diablo 2, but the thing is, the Holy Grail in Diablo 2, which is finding all the unique items, is actually a thing that one person can do on their own, right? Mr. Llama SC has done it, other people have done it, and it's like, it's not easy, it's not quick, it takes a while, but a couple years and then you'll be done, right? If you play regularly enough. This Path of Exile, on the other hand, it's a whole different beast. In fact, it's the kind of thing where if you really start looking into it and start crunching the numbers, it can give you a deep existential angst, because you start to realize that if you tried to get all of the uniques in Path of Exile on your own, you would probably just die of natural causes before you were finished. And weirdly enough, it was this thought that gave me the change in mindset that I mentioned earlier that I needed to finally get the series going. Because what was stopping me was, I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish this. But then, just a small change in mindset was from reframing it from a bad thing to a neutral or even a good thing. Like, I'm not going to be able to finish this, and that's okay. The point of this series isn't going to be that, oh, one day I'm going to 100% beat Path of Exile's Holy Grail. The point is going to be to just see what we can find. Give it our best go. See what we can unearth. And it's gonna be a bit of a journey. Now, if you're a Path of Exile veteran, chances are there are probably a few items that you care about that are part of your build, and everything else kind of just, it's background noise to you. Even if it drops, you might not even pick it up. You're like, oh, that's a trash item, or it doesn't fit into my build, or it just, I don't feel like picking it up. But the thing is, right? Every single unique item in this game has been lovingly crafted, right? There's like the artwork for the items in this game is second to none, right? Every single unique looks beautiful. Not only that, but every single unique, I think most of them, maybe not all of them, but most of them also have a little blurb, a little bit of lore. So the way I see it is, unique items in this game, they're not just a collection of numbers, and oh, some of the numbers are good enough to make their way into certain builds, others are bad and nobody uses them. Every single unique item to me is a piece of this game's world, right? Beyond just the joy of collecting things, every single unique is a part of what makes this game's world feel real. So what I want out of this series is to maybe, like, if you're the kind of a person who's a Path of Exile veteran and you don't care about anything other than just finding the things that you need for your build and nothing else, maybe by watching this series you'll be able to look at it with fresh eyes and realize, oh, okay, there is a whole, there is an actual game world. Yes, this is a game about grinding, a game about crafting your build, a game about perfecting your strengths, but it's also a game about an immersive world with some pretty good writing as well, and along the way we'll do a full playthrough, and on my first playthrough I'm not going to be skipping any of the dialogue, so we'll get immersed into the game world. And one way of immersing yourself into the game world is to just look at the unique items that the game has on offer, right? So as you can see, I already have a character here. I was thinking about starting this series from scratch, and let me tell you why there's a character that's already in existence. And for that, I'm gonna have to go into my browser. So, when I was deciding how I was gonna do this, initially I was just gonna wipe my existing account and start a new account, but ultimately I could not bring myself to do it, and I'll tell you why. If there's a way to get to my my account, I hope that it doesn't show my email or anything. Well, no, that's my character. How do I go to my account screen? Oh, evidently I might not be human. Well, let's let's wait for the game to figure this out. Here we go. So, I was gonna just wipe this account, but then I realized I've actually been a part of the Path of Exile community for a long, long time, and as you can see, I was part of the open beta. I was there, maybe not at the very, very beginning, but not far after the very beginning. I was there very, very early on, and to me, this account is a piece of history. And this character that you see, Inzamam, this was my first and to date the only character that I've created in Path of Exile. As you can see, currently a level 59 duelist. We can now take a look at this character's inventory. and this is almost going to be like archaeology, right? This is a piece of history. This is what I was doing back in whenever the hell I last played, like just frozen in time. So let's take a look at you now. Let's take a look at you now, and as you can see, don't have much. I've got a 2-socket chest armor that I'm not even wearing. I've got a rare helm. I have a couple of uniques that I've already found. A belt. Parandus Blazon or Blazon? Blazon? Well, we'll just call it Parandus. And Aurum Vorax. I was trying to go for a dual wield, if I can find it. A dual wield build. There we go. A dual strike build, sorry, with a dual wielding. Rapiers, or like swords, I guess. And I got to level 59. At the time that I was playing, I don't even think the game had a final boss, right? So like you got to a certain point, and then you killed it, and then it would say, "Hey, this is all the game content we have right now. You can play the same content on a higher difficulty." And that was when I left the game. I guess I've got some currency items as well. Now, obviously, the meta has changed unimaginably since I last played. I've been keeping track of some of the changes that have happened, but after a certain point, I kind of just fell away from the Path of Exile community for a while. I went my own separate path, but then when Diablo 2 Resurrected came out, I played that, I had a good time, and that was what reignited one of the things, Diablo 2 Resurrected and discovering Cerulean Ultimate, that reignited my desire to get back into this game. So long story short, we're gonna keep... I might make it a goal that I've got to find everything again, but honestly, I kind of want to keep the 2 uniques that I found with my with the character that I built in the open beta, right? Because again, it's a piece of history to me. We'll keep Aurum Vorax, we'll keep Parandus, right? Like, this game's gonna be hard enough to find stuff that it's not like checking these 2 items off the list early is gonna be the thing that helps me complete a Path of Exile Holy Grail, right? It's not. It's just, I want to honor my own history with this game, right? So now, let's go back to the game. We're not gonna do a huge amount today, but we are going to create our character. And we are going to get into the game, and we are going to talk to a couple of the NPCs, and I'm just going to see how smooth the game feels. Hang on, I should probably just close my browser just to make sure. Just to make sure that we run as smoothly as possible. Alright, now let's go back in. Right. So, I don't know how many people will know this from just me reading the character's name, but Inzamam is actually a reference to a cricket player. I'm a huge cricket fan. So I named my first character after the legendary, inimitable Inzamam ul-Haq. Fantastic batsman, very good captain, very good slip fielder as well. Not very good at running between the wickets. If you go to YouTube and you look up Inzamam run out compilation, you'll see some pretty funny pretty funny stuff. So, again, to honor my history with this game, the next character that we make is also going to be named after a cricket player, but this one is going to be a little bit... Actually, before I talk about the character's name, one of the rules I'm going to institute for this series is that we're going to play entirely on standard mode. We're not going to be playing any leagues. We're just going to be seeing how far a character can get on standard mode. Not hardcore. I guess we can... do we want to do SSF? I don't know. I want to leave. You can convert it back to a regular character at any time. Do we want to do... You know what? Let's... Wait. Party play? Wait, but can I... I don't know if I'll have access to Aurum Vorax if I do that. Well, we won't have it be SSF. We can still play as though it's SSF without actually, toggling the SSF option. But I want to give myself I don't want to put that much pressure on myself. So yeah, the goal is going to be just standard, right? Just standard. I'm sure every single league that comes out is going to introduce new interesting things, but for me, the goal is just about finding stuff in this game, right? So we'll have it be standard. We'll have it be standard. How do I have to have my controller plugged in? Maybe I have to actually just press A? Okay. Choose a character class by clicking on an exile. We've already done a duelist. You know what? You look kind of fun. What are you?
A scion of perfection in mind, body, and grace. The crowning glory of our civilization, offering us hope, offering us light. But you gave us only murder and darkness. May Rayclast embrace you as we cannot, for your very presence has become too painful to bear.
I'm not sure what's going on with the graphics. I changed the, textures. It's not a texture thing, it's something else. So it's not a texture thing. You know what?
You were born to be swift and strong. What did you do with your gifts, duelist?
You know what? I
squandered them on self-indulgence.
I think I do just want to...
Sin has led you here. Your path inked in the blood of gratuitous murder. You have betrayed the grand arena. Now Rayclast shall be your audience and your foe.
Right. Okay, I think I do just want to run it back, and I want to do another duelist. I want to complete the legacy that Inzamam started. So now, the most important part of today's video, coming up with a character name. I already have a character name. And as I was saying earlier, continuing on with, I guess, the tradition I began when I was in the open beta, this character also is going to be named after a cricket player. Except, instead of just taking somebody's name wholesale, I'm going to modify the name slightly, right? And it'll be interesting to see if people can tell who I'm referring to. I feel like there's probably pretty decent crossover between the Path of Exile community and people who watch cricket. I will give you a hint. It's a pretty big hint. This the person I'm thinking about is on the Australian men's cricket team. The name we're gonna give our character is La Bouche. Marnie LaBouche. If you think you know who I'm talking about, feel free to leave a comment. Alright. Surely this is not taken. If this is taken, I'm gonna be surprised, but evidently I think we're good. Alright. Marnie LaBouche, the duelist, has entered the building. And by the building, I mean, what's the name of the place? The hub area. I've already forgotten what the hub area is called. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have this game installed on my SSD. Made a huge mistake. Actually, I don't have that much space on my SSD, and this game does take up a lot of space. So, I really didn't have much of a choice. Alright. So... So the graphic... Hang on, let me take a look at the graphics, right? There's one of these things. Is it VSync? No. There's a... Is it... Yes, okay, anti-aliasing is off. Let's... Let's see. Does that look better, or I don't know. We'll figure out the graphics as we're going. We're gonna talk to the dying exile.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking if there's...
Oh, easy. So, A to attack. And we've got a skill gem, alright. Skill gems grant skills. Can we press A to pick it up and then socket it into... excuse me. Oh, the interface on controller is going to take a little bit of getting used to. I'm going to be playing this game on controller because I feel like it's better for my posture to play on controller. What? Oh, hang on. How do I... oh, that's how I... It's a little bit better for my posture to play on controller rather than mouse and keyboard. But it is going to be a little bit awkward. Alright, let's slash some dudes. This is just getting into the swing of things. How do we see the map? Where's the map? Oh, there. Well, it says press down on the directional button, but how do I? Easy. Yeah, highlighting enemies seems like it's a little bit highlighting enemies and then having the game figure out whether I want to pick something off the ground or attack the enemy that's trying to murder me seems to be another bit of a challenge. Now this armor also has 2 sockets. That's the world map. How do I get like the big version of the map that I'm in right now? There we... What? It wasn't working earlier, but now it's working. Okay, it doesn't... Sometimes it doesn't work if I have something held. If I have another button held. Alright. You can hold A to attack. Did somebody put explosives inside that barrel? That's so rude, man. Just oh no. What? What's happening? Am I dead or what? Press left. What? Did the game pause because I was about to die, or did something else happen? Probably the game goes a little bit easy on you when you're when you've just started a new character and you're about to die. To just teach you that your life is a limited resource. Alright. Oh, what are you doing? Alright. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're fine. A large chest. Excuse me? What was that? Chance to bleed support gem. Chance to cause bleeding. Should we just... hang on. Should we just equip it? Oh, hang on. Now I don't have double strike equipped. Okay, that's using up my mana, right? Okay. It's better. I can't go that direction. So where can I go? Is there somebody in here that I haven't seen yet, or what's going on? Huh. Well, it's not a good sign that I'm struggling to get out of the first area. Man, listen. I'll plate vest. Man, listen, excuse me? Like, what's stopping me from moving? Like, what is this barrier? Can I go around? Is there something in here that I've missed? Oh, I know there's an early boss, like a weak boss monster. But, I don't know if I'm missing some. Well, there's a crate. Nothing in that crate. Hang on. The Twilight Strand. I'm gonna look this up. What do you do in the Twilight Strand? Path of Exile. Twilight Strand. Twilight Strand, Red Wall. But there's a red wall blocking the exit. What am I missing? Hang on. What? Okay, so Reddit. As you do things like socketing your active and support skills. Okay. So Is it because I haven't socketed this? Oh, do I have to socket this into something? Oh. I guess that's a little bit not intuitive. Maybe the game does tell you at some point, but if it does, it wouldn't hurt to put like a reminder. Be like, hey, we're not gonna let you go past this area until you've done your socketing. Now there's gonna be a bit of a boss monster called Hillock. Hang on. Can I disable chat? Hang on. Oh, no, notifications probably. Nope. How do I get rid of chat? I don't wanna. Hang on a second. Let me just look this up. Sorry. Episode 1 hiccups. Path of Exile. Disable chat. Do yourself. Global. Hang on. Well, here there's chat alerts. I don't. Input. Guild invite, guild. Trade request. Achievement. PvP. Is global chat? I don't know where global chat is, guys. Well, I'll figure that out. Probably in between. Hang on a second. Can I do it maybe if I use the mouse? I don't know. I'll figure that out in between episodes. For now, let's just let's not immediately die. There should be a way, right? Is it social screen? No, it should be in the regular options, right? We'll mess around with item filters later. Smart flask. Oh, I'll have to look at my dead zones as well. Maybe UI? Visual sensitivity, items, gameplay, cursor, chat. Okay, here we go. Go away. I'm not in a guild yet. Just go away. Just go away. There we go. Save. Chat is gone, and we are golden. All right, let's find this. Let's find this dude. There's Hillock. He's got some friends. Using my skill, bleeding him. Ran out of mana. Easy. Easy. Wait, did he get his health back? Man, come on. Easy. 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 Alright. I mean, I'm gonna pick up all this stuff because some of these things might be upgrades, but long term I think will be... Oh, you're gonna force me to level up? Oh, alright. Okay, can I zoom out? Alright. The infamous Path of Exile, well, to call it a skill tree is a bit misleading. More of a skill galaxy, skill constellation, and we are in this part of it. Where are we? What do we want to do? We got to pick one of these starting points. Attack physical damage. I'm a good fan of attack speed. Me personally. So I will apply this change. Yeah. We don't have any skill points left, I don't believe. So we're gonna call it good. Enter town for your reward. Alright. Lionize Watch. During PvP? Dying during PvP will not remove your character from a hardcore league. I actually did not know that. Not that I intend to be doing any PvP or... we might do a hardcore run like months down the line, right? But not so early. Not so early. Alright. My dude, how's this loading time gonna work? Now, are these loading times slow because I don't have it installed on my SSD, or is it because of the fact that it's an online game? Hard to say. Alright, so we're gonna end this episode here. We'll end by talking to Tarkley. And we'll talk to the other people next episode. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to Tarkley. Hey buddy, how's it hanging?
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, forget I asked. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here, got something for you. Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards. Don't bother thanking me. The way I figure it, the longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Alright, what do we, oh, I gotta select one? Alright, let's see. So, we can pick another skill. Cleave is an AoE attack. Molten Strike. Galvanic Arrow is a bow attack. Perforate. Attack, AoE, Slam, Melee. Smash the ground to bring forth multiple spears to damage enemies. Splitting Steel is a projectile attack. Molten Strike or Cleave. Damaging enemies in an area. Only works with axes and so, well, you know what? Well, let's take Cleave. And we'll say goodbye for now. And I'm gonna say that's gonna be all for this episode. We didn't find any unique items. Obviously, literally all we did was we killed Hillock. There's nothing in my stash except some stuff that I guess I must have put in there during the beta. We'll take a look at what I put in put in there in the next episode. I've also got to figure out the graphics settings. I mean, it looks better now. Maybe it's just that it's an old game and like game graphics have changed. That could also just be part of it. I also have an AMD graphics card. Sometimes I find that it has weird little quirks. Anyway, these are all technical things that I will iron out. But what I'm gonna say is thank you so much for sitting through all of the technical issues that I had, and we almost had. There's very little gameplay in today's episode, but today's episode is just about taking the first step, which was creating our character, coming into the game world, figuring out what issues there were, figuring out how to disable chat, figuring out how to get past the tutorial area, and now finally the game is about to begin. I'm not sure what just flashed on the screen. Sometimes Windows does that. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so we're gonna call it good here. I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you. Oh, by the way, yeah, one important detail I should mention is that for now, I think I'm gonna put these episodes up Friday evening. So, or maybe, yeah, you know, like Friday evening, let's say, like 6 p.m. on Friday is when I'll aim to have these episodes done. That might change in the future, but for now, let's, you know, like 6 p.m. Friday. We'll just keep that as our starting point. So hope to see you next week or next episode, where we can maybe actually get something useful done. And until then, take care.